Hello everyone, our lesson today is nouns and this is part 2. Try to watch part 1 and then you can watch this part. I've got 3 questions for you. The first question is, what are compound nouns? And number 2, are nouns singular or plural? And number 3, what grammatical functions do nouns play in a sentence structure? So when we write a sentence, where do we put the noun? This is the meaning of question number 3. So think about the answers for a few seconds, then I will give you the answers with some examples. Ready? Okay, well done. Now, the first question, what are compound nouns? A compound noun is a combination of 2 nouns or more than 2 nouns. And these nouns can be separated, hyphenated, and combined. What does this mean? So if you look at haircut, we have got 2 nouns. Hair is a noun, cut is a noun. So we make a compound noun by putting hair and cut together. But between hair and cut, I can't see any punctuation. So we write them as one word. This means haircut is what? A compound noun, is a combined noun. Now mother-in-law, if we look at it, we have got mother as a noun, in is a preposition, and law is a noun. So between mother and in we have a hyphen, and between in and law we have a hyphen. So I say mother-in-law is a compound noun. We have 2 nouns together, and between them we use the preposition. And this compound noun is hyphenated. Hyphenated noun, it means we use hyphens. So I've got 2 hyphens. 1 hyphen between in and mother, and 1 hyphen, this little line between in and law. The same if you look at state of the art, for example. So state is a noun, art is a noun. So I'm making a compound noun. Of is the preposition, that is the article. Again, we use hyphens between state, of, and that. So I've got 1 hyphen to 3 hyphens in state of the art. Candy bar, we have 2 nouns and they are separated. They are not mixed, they are not combined. So as you can see, all these words are what? Are compound nouns. Sometimes the compound noun is combined, as in haircut. Sometimes the compound noun is hyphenated, as in mother-in-law. And sometimes the compound noun, we have 2 nouns and they are separated. More examples, combined nouns. So bedroom, bed is a noun, room is a noun. Bedroom is a compound noun, and it is what? A combined compound noun. Separated nouns or spaced compound noun. So we have 2 names for them. So candy bar is a compound noun, and there is space between candy and bar. Hyphenated nouns, rent a car. Again, rent of course is a noun, a is the indefinite article, and car is a noun. So here, rent a car is a compound noun and it is hyphenated because I use a hyphen between rent and between a and car I use another hyphen. So just to repeat, we have 3 groups of compound nouns: compound combined nouns, compound separated nouns, and hyphenated, again compound hyphenated nouns. Now, we make compound nouns in different ways. You need experience and skills to make compound nouns. It's possible to make or create new nouns in English. But please try to use a dictionary before you make or use these nouns. Let me give you some rules about how to make nouns in English. And this way you can, make a new language if you want. Now the first one, we can put one noun and another noun. So tooth is a noun, paste is a noun. We put them together, we make a compound noun. Toothpaste, shop window. But as you can see, toothpaste is one word made up of two nouns and they are combined. Shop window, we don't combine them together. But the idea is the same, noun and noun together. We can put a noun and an adjective. Tax free. Tax is a noun, free is an adjective, and I use a hyphen between them. Or you can put noun and past participle. Handmade. My shirt is handmade if you want. Handmade. Hand is a noun, made is the past participle. Make is the infinitive. Made is the past participle of what? Of make. Number D, I make noun and preposition and a noun. So father is a noun, in is a preposition, law is a noun, and in this way I make a compound noun. I can put noun and gerund. Fruit picking. It means the picking of fruit. So fruit is a noun, gerund is picking. And I explained gerund in my videos on parts of speech and on, what you can use in a sentence structure. You can watch them if you want. We can use gerund and a noun. So waiting list. Waiting is the gerund, list is a noun. Of course, a gerund is a verbal noun. So it's like a noun. But originally it's a verb and then we make it a noun. And some grammar books call it partly a verb and partly a noun. Partly a verb and partly a noun. But a gerund is what? Is a noun. We can use a verb and an adverb. So take off. Take is a verb. Off is the adverb. Or some books call it adverbial particle. So take off is a compound noun. We can make verb plus er, nouns plus adverbs. Hangers on. So hang is a noun. I add er to it, and I add an s to make it plural, and then I put the adverb which is on. We can put an adverb plus a noun. Bystander. So by is the adverb, stander is the noun. Of course, when we say an adverb, it means there is nothing following it. That's why on is the adverb. So if I say, I will show you around my house, so around is a preposition. But if I say, I will show you around, this means around is an adverb. So around can be an adverb and can be a preposition. So if you have something after the preposition, it means it's a preposition. But if you use a preposition and you don't use a noun after it, it means this preposition is an adverb. We can use an adjective and a noun. So green is the adjective, house is the noun, greenhouse. So as you can see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. We have 10 different ways to make compound nouns. Number 2, are nouns singular or plural? Nouns can be singular or plural. Singular nouns can be made plural by changing the noun or adding an s or es. So man is singular. How do I make plural? I change a into e. Men. Car is singular. I add an s. Bus, there is an s, so I have to put an es to make it plural. So buses is the plural of bus. Kiss, double s, I have to add an es to make it plural. Wish, I have to add an es to make it plural again. Church, I have to add an es to make it plural. Hero, I have to add an es to make it plural. Box, I add an es. Secretary, I add es, but before I add es, I change y into I. Why I change y into I? Because before y there is a consonant. Is a consonant, and after this consonant we have a y, so we change y into I. So every time we have a consonant, and after this consonant we have y, we have to change the y into I, and then we add es for plural. I made a word for you which is easy. This will help you how to make plural if the noun has got s or double s or sh or ch or o or x or y, and I call it choxy. And this grammar rule is also good when you add s or es to verbs, like I wish, he wishes. So this is a very good grammar rule for what? For making plurals and for adding the third person singular s. So choxy, if a noun has s, what do you put to make it plural? es. If a noun has got an x, what do you put after the x? es. What do you put after, for example, ch? es. So remember this word. This means you know how to make plural by adding es to the singular, noun. But we have things which are different from the rule. Remember, some nouns have a vowel and a consonant, so we add an s only. So y is, before y there is a vowel which is o. So if there is a vowel before y, do not change y. If there is a consonant before y, change y into I. So here, before y there is a vowel, I put s only. I don't change the y. Some nouns have an o but don't take es. So I told you about choxy, if you have o you put es, but some nouns don't follow this rule. So studio, I put only s. Kilo, I put only s. Zero, zeros, piano, pianos, photo, and photos. So these are different from the, grammar rule about making nouns by adding es. So remember this word choxy in your, writing. Some nouns do not have an s, but they are plural, and we call them collective nouns. Police has no s, but police is plural, because when I say police, I mean a group of people. The same furniture has no s, but it is plural. Why? Because furniture means what? Sofas, chairs, wardrobes, anything you buy for the house. Flock, again, flock of sheep, a group of sheep. So flock has no s, but it is a plural noun. Initials can be made plural. So VIP, we put an s. So very important persons. So VIP means very important person, and the plural of VIP is VIPs. So you add an s. Of course, VIP is the initial. It means I take, V, the first letter of very, the first letter of important, and the first letter from person, and I make VIP, which means very important person. So VIP is what? Is the initial. Sometimes they call it an acronym, but I made it easy for you. I call it initial. Acronym is also possible, and then you add an s to make VIP plural. So remember, some nouns have an irregular plural. What is irregular plural? This means this plural does not follow the grammatical rule. So child is singular. I don't say childs, no. I say children. Knife, knives. So I change F into V and I put ES. Foot, feet. I change double O into double E. Ox, I add en. Oxen is the plural of ox. Ox is an animal. Mouse, and the plural is mice. Sheep, sheep. So I don't put anything to sheep. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep. I don't add anything to it. Alumnus and alumni. This is a Latin word, and it's like, you know, friends if you want. And then at university, of course. So alumnus is one friend, alumni is a university friend or a group of university friends. Crisis, and it is, you know, one. Crises, which means many, you know, crises. Crisis means like a problem. Crises, many problem. When we say the financial crisis in the world now, financial problem in the world, which means the financial crisis. So we talked about irregular plural. And now, what grammatical functions do nouns play in a sentence structure? Which means, where do I put the nouns in a sentence? Generally, a noun can be a subject, an object of a verb. A noun can be an object of a preposition. A noun can be the complement of a verb. So look at example A. People love holidays. People is a noun, and it comes before love, the verb. So people is what is a subject. An object of a verb. People love holidays. Holiday is a noun, and it comes after the verb. So holiday is an object of the verb love. So people is the subject, love is the verb, and then after this verb I use a noun. This means the noun is an object. So the noun can be before the subject or after, the noun can be before the verb or after the verb. If a noun comes before a verb, the noun comes before a verb, it is what? It is a subject. If the noun comes after a verb, it is an object. If you look at number C, the noun can be an object of a preposition. So if you look at this sentence, go is a verb, with is a preposition. After the preposition I use a noun. This means people is a noun, and it is the object of with. With is the preposition. It's a little bit strange for some students when they think, can we have an object, you know, for a preposition? Yes. In English it is possible. When you use a preposition and then you use a noun after it, this means this noun is the object for the preposition. Complement. So if I say she is a hairdresser, so a hairdresser completes the sentence. This means a hairdresser is a noun, and we use it after is. I cannot say she is and stop. I cannot do that. So I have to use what? Something after is. So a hairdresser is a noun, and this noun completes the sentence. That is why I call it a complement. And remember, complement, not compliment. So the spelling is E, complement. Because compliment is different when you say you have a nice shirt. This is a compliment. But this one is complement from complete. So a hairdresser is a noun, and this noun completes the sentence. So we call a hairdresser a complement. Possessive. My manager's office is big. So manager is a noun. I use an apostrophe S, as you can see after manager. So this means here the noun is possessive. Manager is possessive because I have an apostrophe S. My manager's office is big. This means the office belongs to my manager, and this office is big. Appositive. What is appositive? My manager, comma, Mr. James Smith is friendly. So appositive, it means I am speaking about two things but they are the same. So I'm speaking about two things but they are the same. Who is my manager? Mr. James Smith. Who is Mr. James Smith? He is my manager. So they are the same. So my manager, comma, Mr. James Smith, comma, is friendly. So Mr. James Smith is an appositive, which means it is a noun, and this noun, has, the same rank, the same value, and the same meaning, in fact, because the manager is James Smith and James Smith is the manager, the same person. So Mr. James Smith is the appositive. Again, this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. You can watch it again if you want. To do more practice on the internet, you can type the following sentence into google.com: interactive exercises on nouns, and you will get thousands of websites on nouns, and then you can do more practice. Please click on subscribe if you want to watch more free videos on my channel, and thank you for listening and best of luck. Thank you.